My name's Geroge Warfield. I live in Fairmount, that's Syracuse, New York. And, well,
Do you have a family, George?
it's only, my wife and I are the only ones in New York State. The rest of my family, I have a daughter in Colorado, a daughter in Connecticut. They're both married. The rest of our family is down in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And my brother is there too, because we were in Korea together in different outfits.
Oh,
He was in the field artillery, and I was in a reconnaissance company.
so did you get drafted or did you enlist?
Neither. I was called up to active duty. At the time, I was in college, and I completed the first month of my second year, and I tried to get it out of it, but they wouldn't allow it, and they got me into the service. They called me on to active duty. I went down to Tennessee, Kentucky, Fort Campbell. From there, that was for training. Then from there, went out to California, got on a boat, went over to Japan, from Japan to Korea.
How long was your training?
Oh, maybe 2 or 3 weeks.
That's it?
Sure,
And
yes.
they showed you how to do different things?
Oh, yeah, oh, yes.
And you say you were in a reconnaissance.
I was in the 25th Reconnaissance Company.
Can you tell us a
the
little bit about what you did there?
25th Division.
What was your specialty?
I was a radio operator, and every morning we left for somewhere, and we went to a different location at night. We never came back to the place we started, except for 7 days when they relieved us and we went to the rear.
So you went someplace to go look at things, but did you go back to the home base or you went somewhere else?
No, we never went back to, we were a reconnaissance company. And we had 3 things that we had to do. First of all, we had to locate the enemy. Wherever he was, we had to find out where he was. And the second thing, if they broke through any of the lines, no matter where it was, we had to go there and fill in.
Fill in meaning what?
Fill in the line.
Oh, I see.
Keep the enemy from coming through it.
Okay.
And the third thing is protect the rear on the strategic withdrawals.
What was that?
That means we were the last outfit out to retreat.
Oh, so you stayed there during all the battles?
Oh,
and
we were there for
reported for the wire radio or wireless radio? What was it?
It's just a radio. We were in contact with other outfits and our equipment.
Did you drive a vehicle there or just walk all the
I didn't drive, but other people did. We had something like 10 tanks and 5 Jeeps with 50 caliber machine guns on them.
What did your family think about you leaving college? How old were you when you went?
I was about 22, 23.
What did your family think about you at 22 or 23 going to a foreign country to war?
At the time, I was married, and I don't know. It was just my wife and me.
What did your neighbors think? I mean, did you have friends that it was just...
No, it was just me and the wife.
What did your wife think about you going to war?
I don't know. It's been so long, I don't know.
She didn't wish you well or make sure you
No,
come back?
We just left.
Was it a customary thing to see husbands go constantly to war?
It's been so long, I don't remember anything.
What was your impression about the Korean War before you got there? Did you know anything about it?
I knew nothing at all about Korea. All I remember is my trip over on the ship. That's one of the things in my mind that will never cease.
How many men were on this ship with you?
I don't know, but it was quite a few.
Like hundreds?
It was a private ship. The name of the ship was a private, I don't know what it was.
Cruise liners, ocean
No,
liners?
no. It was a troop ship,
Oh, troop ship.
yeah.
And hundreds, thousands?
Oh, I would say maybe about 1,500, maybe more, maybe less, I don't know.
When you were on your way to Korea, did the men say anything? Did they talk about this? How long did it take to get there, and what did you talk about?
The only thing I remember about it is we hit the tail end of the cyclone. And the front of the ship would go up, and they'd roll over one side, roll over the other side, and then it would slam down on the ocean. The water would go on both sides, twice the length of the ship. Because I went up and then opened a door up there and looked out and saw it. And when the front came down, the back went up, and it shook the entire ship. And there was people were so sick, they were throwing up, and even from both ends of the body,
Oh,
in the head, and it stuck like crazy.
they got pretty seasick.
They were seasick. It didn't bother me at all. I never got seasick on any of my voyages.
Can you describe your reactions when you got to the war? When you were enlisted and doing all these reconnaissance missions, what were your reactions before you got there and while you were there?
Well, one of the things that I remember is we landed. The ship got to the area on December the 24th of 1950.
Christmas Eve.
We had Christmas dinner on the ship, and Christmas Day we disembarked at Incheon.
Did they take you ashore with little boats, or did you walk through the water?
I don't recall. But I do remember in the camp that I was at Incheon, I counted 17 medium-sized tanks leaving. And that night, only one came back. And the following day, a tank retriever went out.
So 17 tanks went out to war and only
Yeah.
one or two
One-
returned?
That's it. That's it.
Were they disabled or?
I have no idea, because the following day, they took me to my group, to my outfit.
All right. Wow. When you saw Korea for the first time, what was your vision of what you saw? What did you see when you first landed? Of the landscape or the town?
I don't recall anything.
Oh, you kind of forgot about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any idea what the living conditions were for the people that lived there?
We actually, I only remember one city, or whatever you want to call it, that we saw, and that was Uijeongbu. That's the
Say it
only
again, what was it?
Uijeongbu.
That's town or a village or
Yeah,
city?
that's the only one I remember, and the conditions there weren't good.
Like, did they have houses, huts? Did they live in caves or
No, there were houses there.
houses?
Yeah,
Was there any sanitary conditions or unsanitary conditions, or
I don't know. We just passed through.
just passed through?
We didn't. At night, we just were together, and in the morning we left.
So you were,
This was constant. We were constantly on the move.
so you really didn't stay in the village much. You were out
No,
there
we
checking
did
the
not.
field all
No.
the time.
We did not stay anywhere long.
It's okay. Did you rotate from one division to another? You just stay pretty much with the same army. What did they call it? A division or
It's the 25th Division,
25th?
and I was in the 25th Reconnaissance Company for the entire time I was there.
And how many men were in that division? I don't know what you.
I really don't know.
1,000?
Oh, no. Probably around 50.
50 in that division.
No, in a company.
Oh, in the company.
I don't know how many's in the division.
Okay, so your company was 50 men.
Yeah.
And how many of you went out to reconnaissance? 10, 20, 50?
Well, the whole company did.
No, the whole company
Sure.
would go out
Sure.
and check things out.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. What was your experience with the South Korean Army? Did you work hand in hand with them?
No.
or
No, the only time that we had contact with them was one time when they pushed them back and we went in and relieved the area that they were in.
So you took over
And,
for the
yeah,
South Korean Army?
Yeah, just for a very short period of time,
Did you learn anything from the South Korean Army soldiers?
nothing.
Nothing? Okay. Do you have any happy moments or rewarding moments or any challenging things that you could remember about the days going out? What's your favorite or worst enemy case or worst memory of the war? Any good things, bad things?
Yeah. I don't remember anything.
Kind
It's
of
been a
good.
long time ago.
Yeah, okay. So did you encounter any foreign troops when
Yes,
you were out
the
there?
Turkish,
Turkish?
yes.
So the Turkish were fighting for the
They
North
were,
Koreans?
no, they were fighting with us.
Oh, they were fighting with you?
Yeah,
So you were
Yeah.
working side by
And-
side with the Turkish army?
yes, with this Turkish outfit.
Okay. Were
And-
they helpful or
Oh, yeah, and they, I wouldn't want to be one of their enemies.
they were pretty good fighters?
They were practicing hand-to-hand combat. They were good.
They were good fighters.
Oh, yeah.
So you want them right by your side?
Oh, yes. Anytime.
Turkish army.
Yep.
Any others that you saw? Any other
No.
countries? Canada,
No.
England? Just Americans and Turks?
Yep.
Okay. So no battles that you can remember or anything in particular about any battles or
No.
anything you did to help in your reconnaissance? Did you remember anything from that?
No, but the only thing I do remember is the planes with napalm.
Did we say it again?
The airplanes are your Air Force with the napalm.
Okay.
Because if we didn't have the Air Force over there with us, they would have pushed us right into the ocean.
So they helped you out.
But our Air Force did one great job.
So what did
Yes.
they do? They just drop bombs, napalm?
Napalm, mostly, yeah.
Did you call them in? Did you call?
Oh, yeah, we talked to them.
You talked
Yeah.
to them on the radio and
Yeah,
said drop stuff?
where they are. We told them where they were, and they dropped them.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that was to affect the enemy somehow or
Yep.
push him back or?
Yep.
Okay. Were any of your friends killed?
Actually, no, because the entire time I was there, we only lost 2 people that I know of
In your division?
in our company.
Okay. Did it happen right away or did it happen later on? Did you get friendly with this person and?
One was a medic. The other one I don't remember.
Okay. Were you discharged from the military service from Korea, or did you stay in the Army and discharge later on, or did you make a career of it, or?
No, as soon as I got home, I got discharged.
Okay, so you.
Well,
came home.
I had to wait till my term ran out, then I
How
was
long was your
discharged.
term? How long did you stay in Korea?
I was in Korea from December to October, I think it was,
What year is that? December?
50 to 51.
Is it 50 to 51? So was the war over by then, or did you
No,
just
no,
leave? And,
no, it was not over.
So you were there a little over a year,
Under a year.
and you did your time,
I did.
and you were discharged. Did you ask to be discharged, or
No,
did they say?
they came, we were on some hill, and somebody came through and says, "Hey, George, you're going home." And that's it.
What do you think of that? What do you think?
Oh,
of
that was great. Best news I ever had.
Uh-huh. Now, did you have to go back to the ship to go home, or go on an airplane, or?
No, we went on some kind of a boat, went back to Japan. And over in Japan, I don't know what happened, but I got a temperature the day before my ship was going to bring us home. And
So
I
you
was,
became ill.
yeah, I was told, go on the ship and report to sick bay when you get on the ship.
Did they diagnose what it was, or?
I still don't know what it was,
Uh-huh.
but I got on the ship, went directly to sick bay. They put me in on a bed, and I was there for the entire trip home. I still don't know what I had.
What was your impressions of going there? Did you? I mean, you were more or less drafted, right?
No,
Or just
No.
enlisted?
I was enlisted. They put me on active duty,
I see. Okay.
and when I went home, I went back to college and finished for my degree.
When you returned, was there a big homecoming ceremony, or was there
Well-
any, like, people happy you were back, or were they angry that you went to war? What was the
No,
impressions
no,
of
no.
the community?
The only thing I recall is landing in San Francisco. I put a call in, a collect call to my wife, and I talked to her for I don't know how long. She never got a bill for that phone call.
Oh, okay. When you returned, do you ever have any dreams or reflect on the war that you were in?
I forgot everything,
You put it out of your mind.
absolutely.
You were glad to be home, and you
Yes,
just
I
wanted
was.
to put it behind you.
Yep.
Okay. Do you have any animosity against the North Koreans? Any negative thoughts about the North Koreans that you were fighting?
No,
No.
no,
Okay. So no bad memories, no bad dreams.
nope. I forgot everything.
Okay. And how old are you now?
83.
And you don't have any issues with the war?
None
Do you
whatsoever.
talk to any buddies that you knew in that war?
I don't know anybody from that war.
So you just never communicated with them?
Nope, never did.
Okay. What if you were young right now and another war started in the same region of Korea? What would your impressions or thoughts be today?
It's difficult to say. I don't know.
If there was a headline today that said North Korea and South Koreans go to war right now, and there's always that possibility, what would you think?
I would just keep an eye on it, that's all, and see how things were going. That's all I could do.
Being a soldier over there, do you have any advice for people if there was a war to occur? Do you have any advice for the people there or people here or soldiers going over there?
Just do the best you can.
Okay, just be a soldier and do the
Yep.
best you can.
Yep.
Have you ever been back to Korea?
No,
Okay, would you like to go?
not really. I'm in no physical condition to do it.
Okay. Right now the country's divided, as you know, north
Yes, north and south.
What are your feelings towards that division of the country from north to south?
Well, the way I see it, it should be one, not two.
So you think there should be some combining or
Yeah.
unification?
Yep.
Okay. What do you think of the Korean government and the American government about this, like, war that's not occurring right now, but you got this north and the south, and you have a lot of Americans on the south side protecting the South Koreas, and you have the North Koreans. What do you think about that attitude?
Yeah, it's difficult to say again. I don't know. But
You have any ideas
The-
about the U.S. policy, about how America is there protecting the South? Do you think that we should be there?
yes, I do. I think we should be there because it's one way to keep the peace.
Okay. So the American presence is very important.
Yes, it
Do you
is.
think we should be there?
Yes, yes,
Um,
definitely.
Okay.
I think each one is individual, and it's up to the individual to do whatever they want to do.
What would you say about the legacy of the Korean War veterans? What would you say to some Korean War veterans, good, bad, or indifferent? What do you think that you would like to say to a Korean War veteran right now, if you were talking to a Korean War veteran in this interview? What would you like to talk about or say?
I have no idea.
You wouldn't say where were you stationed or anything like
No.
that? You just,
Well, we don't talk about anything like that in
No.
our group.
is it? I hear this a lot. The veterans don't want to talk about what they did.
Right,
What
That's
do
right.
you think that is? What do you think they don't want?
we want to
talk
forget.
You want to forget it.
Yeah,
It was a hellish thing, or
yes, it was.
it was a hellish thing, and
Yes.
you don't think you don't want to remember the bad things.
No, I don't want to.
No.
And I have completely put it out of my mind.
Yeah, I hear that a lot because I guess the bad memories nobody wants to bring back.
Right.
Okay. Do you have any like mementos or any historical artifacts from the war that you'd like to share or submit, like maps or any photos or anything like that?
Well, I already did.
Okay.
I have a book of the 25th Division from 1950 to 51.
And what's in this book?
It's the record of the 25th Division.
From what time you were there, or was
Yes. Well, yeah,
What's in it? What's in it? Photos or
everything.
like what? Tell us something.
It gives the history of the 25th Division from 1950 to 51.
Okay. Do you have any artifacts that you submitted?
I have a
Any-
picture somewhere, but I also gave them 5 VCRs, and I don't want them back.
And what is on the VCRs?
It gives the history of the Korean War from the 1940s up until the end of the war.
This is the commercially made videos.
There's no commercial in it.
Okay. I mean, is it made by a producer or something? It's like a whole series of the Korean War.
It's a series of 5 VCR tapes.
What did you bring back? Did you bring back any mementos? Any maps
I
yourselves?
brought myself back.
Okay, good. I'm glad you're back.
So am I.
Did you have anything in your pockets when you came? Did you bring any like souvenirs or anything?
No. I have.
Can I ask one question? I think you're done with your question.
Yes.
Did the Korean War change your life in any ways?
Did the Korean? Yes, it did. Okay, I'll tell you this. I got hit in the back of the neck with a bullet.
You didn't tell us that before.
Well,
You want to forget that?
I can't forget it.
Okay, so you did get injured.
I did get injured, but I never reported it because it was minor. And it only drew a little blood. I just got it, and I didn't report it at all. And about 20 years later, I started getting pains. And I got physical therapy, and then I got a neck brace, and I still remember I was told if I didn't have an operation, I'd be in a wheelchair.
And that was all due to the bullet wound?
All due to the bullet wound, because the neck is that's where the nerve center is, right there in the back of the neck.
Now, was this a sniper bullet or was this friendly fire?
It was, all I can tell you is that yeah, I ran out of ammunition, and I reached down to get ammo, and that's when I felt it. So
Happened that fast?
it happened that fast.
Do you think it was a sniper or? Yeah.
It could have been, because that's the same place where the medic got hit. Yep.
Oh, I see. There was iron in that spot.
Yeah,
Is it the same day that the medic got hit?
same day.
So it had to be somebody looking at you
Yep.
and watching things go on. But you just it never bothered you while you were there, this
No,
this
no.
wound?
Nope, didn't bother me at all until about 20 years later. And it was December the 8th of 2000, I had the operation.
And what'd they do?
They broke 5 of the 7 vertebrae in my neck in 2 places and put splints in there. So I now have 10 pieces of titanium in my neck.
So it was a really bad wound.
It wasn't bad, but it turned out to be bad.
Uh-huh. And you just kept doing your duty while
I
you
kept
were wounded?
doing, yes, I was. Because it didn't bother me then. But now, it bothers me now today. Because with the operation, see,
And you have no animosity against the person that
no,
tried to
no,
shoot you?
no.
Did that keep going?
Well, it affects my hands, my legs, my walking.
So you're a little unstable because of it?
Yes, I am.
Uh-huh.
If I wouldn't have my wife, I wouldn't be through it. Because she took care of me from the day of the operation to today.
Uh-huh. So she's caring for you.
Yeah, that was from 2000 all the way up to today. She
Oh,
takes
quite-
care of me.
quite a few
She-
years.
She did, oh yes, oh yes.
Do you still get therapy?
No.
No, you're done with that?
No.
Okay.
I go to a chiropractor though.
Did you go to a veterans hospital for these
No.
wounds?
No.
Private practices?
Yeah.
But it never, this wound never affected your perspective on how the war?
No way. Nope. It's- You have to do what you want to do.
Okay. Well, I think we're done, George.
Okay,
You did very well. I want to thank you for coming.
all right.
This is going to be a great thing for the history and the future for kids and
Mhm.
for posterity. When you're gone, you're going to still be alive through this video. Hopefully you'll live for another 100 years.
No way.
Thank you, George. Thank you very much.